these massively differing results. You know, the person who becomes a billionaire from this information, they're able to see all of the different interconnections, and they have really solid foundations that they're able to just like take this information, apply it between all of these different things, and then execute it as a functioning business, or executing it as, you know, a functioning anything, and making a massive difference. Whereas the other person just sees words, because all that is to them is words. And a classic example of the other person is when they learn Facebook ads, they're thinking, well, like, how does this work financially? Like, how does this, if I spend money on ads, how does this come back? Is that like going to be a profit or a loss? They're already breaking down mentally. And then, you know, because their awareness and everything is so bad, they're not even going to be able to sit down in front of the screen and write Facebook ads for an extended period of time because their attention span is so horrible. And then they're going to have no mental cognition skills. They're not going to be able to problem solve things when problems arise, and problems always arise. You know, one thing we can guarantee is that problems are coming. They come every day, all the time. It's non-stop. And so if you're not good at solving problems and thinking critically, then, you know, none of this is really going to work. And this is what nobody is really teaching anyone, anywhere, ever. Like, people are just teaching skills these days. You know, when I look outside and I look at, like, entrepreneurs and these different things they're learning specific skills, processes, or tools, and they're installing it on top of, you know, of nothing. And that just results in nothing. And they don't want to look at these layers beneath because they think, oh, that's just some, like, woo-woo crap or something that doesn't really matter. I just want to learn the technical, like, nuggets. I want to get those gold nuggets. Well, these are where the gold nuggets are, and you can have a lot of these, but if you don't have these base foundations, you ain't going to make anything happen. Or if you do make something happen, it's going to be short-lived. You're going to self-sabotage it, and it's going to crumble. And the moment you face a problem, because you don't have this stuff down the bottom, you're just going to fold. You know, you're just going to completely crumble in the heat of the moment. And that's why billionaires, you know, the billionaire mind is really well built. It has these layers really dialed in. Now what I'm going to do is just walk through each one of these layers and describe it to you so that you can understand what it is and how you can start, like, working on your mind to make it full stack like this. And that's the kind of term I've come up with to describe this billionaire mind. It's like a full stack mind. And it's when you work on every single layer in the stack and every single different interconnection on the stack, and you master the whole thing instead of just the part. Because if you just have a good part installed on a rotten foundation, the part will rot, right? So mental awareness, what is that? And I'll write these things down for you. So mental awareness is really the first layer. And what it's all about is basically, how am I going to fit this in? I'll just be able to fit it in here. What it's all about is your self-awareness. So how aware you are of yourself and your own thoughts and your own actions and your behaviors and your habits and your tendencies and the patterns that seem to, you know, repeat in your life and in your existence. You know, so someone might be like, well, self-awareness, I know myself is here and I'm aware of that, so I'm self-aware. Yeah, like, this is different. This is being incredibly aware of yourself and your thoughts. Basically, you know, when you've got a higher level of self-awareness is when you focus on the patterns of your thoughts instead of the thoughts themselves. So you're kind of taking a third, what's it called? It's called a third-person view of yourself. You're really looking from a bird's eye view on yourself and how you're interacting instead of being kind of stuck in yourself. Now, I'll just close that. Something just popped up on my phone. So you've got self-awareness. You've also got your identity. And your identity massively shapes everything in this stack. And what I mean by this is it's your self-image of who you are. So, you know, there's who you are physically and everything, but then there's who you think you are and how you see yourself and what your self-image is. And this massively shapes everything, because if you think, oh, I'm not good at math and I'm not outgoing and I'm not able to do that, or I don't have much energy or work ethic, then you're going to carry that into everything you do. And so as soon as you come across some math anywhere in this stack or anywhere in your business journey, you're going to be like, oh, no, that's not me. I'm not a math person. And I see this happen all the time. I see it with people often say math or technology. I see it a lot, especially with the older generation. They say, oh, no, technology, that's not me, that's not me. And honestly, guys, it's 2018. If you think technology isn't you, then you are fucked, right? So you need to stop saying that, because it's not true. Like, you can't show me this imprint in your DNA that proves that technology isn't you. You made it up. It's a delusion. You cooked it, and you're believing it, and you have to be the one that pops it, because it's not true. You can learn technology. If you think you're not good at math, you can learn math, right? And it's also like your ability to, it's your belief systems. So what you believe is true and not true about the world. A lot of people have a lot of these, like making money is evil or making money is bad, or, you know, all of these different things. You have to fix all of these before you can really have any success anywhere else in the stack. Everything you learn on top of this base here will get these things inherited into it, right? It's like having a virus